And we are back. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Love to see you here. We just hitting some buttons, getting that last little setup here. Yo, chat, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't used to all this 10:30 in the morning stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to, this is a big challenge that Cowboy content creators gonna have to deal with. This is something we're gonna have to learn how to navigate, how to manage a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because, normally Cowboys are prime time television, The Dallas Cowboys normally are prime time television. So the fact that we got to be up for brunch and breakfast, it's a little new for me. We haven't done it all year. We probably going to do it only one more other time, all right? But we are still here. Got your pregame show, your inactive show, and all that goodness, man. So just letting you know, man, please hit all the buttons that are important here. Hit the subscribe button. We're live on 3 platforms, the Voch Lombardi side. Welcome, Sawadi Cop. The volume side. Welcome, Sawadi Cop. And then we are also live on Bleacher Report. Got them on the phone. Welcome, Sawadi Cop.
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
I'm your host, Voch Lombardi now.
Hey, Voch.
And this is just a mixtape.
VOCHLOMBARDI on all platforms. I appreciate y'all for coming through and showing some love this morning. All right. We have the inactives. I always go to Pat NOC Walker. It's not like his inactives are different from anybody else's inactives, but he supports the show. He supports me. He supports Master William Skywalker Steele. He got a pregame show. Check his out also. So I just like to support the people that support me. It's easy as pie. It ain't even nothing else past that. All right. I will be tapped into all the chats. So if you have any questions at all, please send them in and I will be here to tap in with you. But we're going to give you a general pre-game breakdown of Cowboys versus, I almost called them St. Louis. I'm still calling them St. Louis. Cowboys versus LA Rams. And we will be going over the inactives. All right. Cool. We got that there. We pull this up, and if we hit this button there, it should be. There we go. Lay y'all a piece. Come on in. Now, let me just cut this off right here, boy. All right, y'all. Tyron Smith, boy. Look, Pat put all the inactives, boy, but he put Tyron Smith up first, boy. He put him way at the top there, Ty. What my glasses? Y'all look, I ain't got my glasses. Do I have a backup pair? Yeah, I got a little backup pair. I got a little backup pair of glasses here. They not. Now, chat, if you were around, right? I know Bleach Report wasn't around because we go live on YouTube Monday through Thursday on the Voch Lombardi show and on the volume. If y'all was around, y'all know that I'm pretty fed up. I'm pretty fed up with this whole Tyron Smith thing. You know what I mean? And it ain't even the fact that, that Tyron gets hurt, because I think people get hurt all the time. You know what I mean? I think people limp off the field all the time. I think people, you know what I'm saying? People, they get hurt in the line of war all the time. In the action, they get hurt all the time. Man, Tyron Smith getting hurt at home. He get hurt rolling out the bed on his off day at practice. Chat. Bleach Report, Voch volume. How many times have y'all ever seen Tyron Smith limp off the field? How many times? He always hurt. But how many times have y'all seen Tyron Smith limp off the field? I've never seen it. What does that look like? Never seen it. It's rolling out the bed. It's at practice. It's on the bench somewhere. Every time. Tyron Smith is one of your best 5 offensive linemen, which makes this it makes this tough. It makes this tough. Tyron Smith is one of your best offensive linemen, man. Luckily for the Cowboys, we got some kind of depth, man.
Did you hear what I said?
We got some kind of depth, though, right? Chuma Edoga is not completely incompetent, right? And that's okay. I love Chuma Edoga. He's very much so proven himself. He had a weird little game at tackle where he was trying to get Dak killed or whatever. But besides that, though, Chuma Edoga's had a pretty solid stint as backup guy. Okay, so whether it's Chuma Edoga as your backup left guard or Chuma Edoga as your backup left tackle, I feel pretty solid that he's able to do both. I feel pretty solid that he's able to do both. Now, if we can talk about what I would rather from Chuma Edoga, I would much rather Chuma Edoga be your left guard and Tyler Smith be your left tackle. Now, I don't know how long Tyron's gonna be out. If anybody's been keeping up with the beat reporter, people please tell me that, because I honestly, man, Man, when Tyron get hurt, I don't want to know nothing else, dog. When Tyron get hurt, I don't care how long it is. It's just I'm hurt because it's just in my mind. It's the whole season. You know what I mean? But if I had to guess though, right? Code 77 is what we call it here. If I had to guess, Tyron going out, if it's an extended period of time, and this kind of lets us know how the Cowboys look at Tyler Smith, but how they plan on team building the whole time, right? Because if Tyler Smith just stays at guard, that means he's gonna be a guard forever. If Tyler Smith stays at guard, he's gonna be a guard forever. But if Tyler Smith, assuming that Tyron is out for a long period of time, if he's out for a long period, then Tyler at your left tackle, your future left tackle, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and do it right now. Even if Tyron comes back, right? Because we always talk about this, right? We always talk about dudes that can't get hurt. If you get hurt and you ain't doing your job that great, and then the next dude come in and he's doing your job fantastic, we got to talk. We got to have a conversation. Got to talk. So, for example, Leighton Vander Esch is gone. If Rashaan Evans come in and tear it up and we get a little better at linebacker, we got to have a conversation. Peyton Hendershot is gone. If Luke Schoonmaker, they even signed a new tight end from whoever the hell he came from. They traded for him. No. They worked him out and signed him Sobert. Eric Sobert. If he come in going crazy, I mean, I can only imagine that we're going to see a little less from Peyton Hendershot. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I ain't saying that, Tyron Smith should never come back, because if he's healthy, he's one of your best five. It is what it is, right? But boy, I'm just ready to move on, man. I'm just ready to move on. But anyway, Tyron Smith is inactive. He will not be here to deal with your Los Angeles Rams. And if I had to bet $20 to a donut, because I just know how teams work in this situation, if Tyron is gone, Tyler is at guard, and let's just say Chuma's at left tackle, the Rams aren't going to do you any favors and go, all right, we're not going to put Aaron Donald over there. I watched film on Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald lines up every damn where. He don't just line up at 3 tech like normally. He lines up everywhere. They're not going to do you any favors by not putting Aaron Donald on Chuma Edoga. So we'll have to cross that bridge whenever we get there, chat. We'll just have to cross that bridge whenever we get there, man. Let's see. Jalen Brooks is inactive. We know that, but sometimes he's inactive, sometimes he is active, right? Last week, Jalen Brooks was active because he was one of your punt gunner guys, right? And he was just one of your rotational wide receivers. Now, I wonder if Jalen Brooks is now inactive, what are we going to do about that whole punt gunner guy situation? We'll have a conversation, figure that out. Deuce Vaughn for another week is inactive. Coach spoke on this. We were curious about it. Last week we was like, why is Deuce inactive but Malik Davis is? Well, not last week, but week before. We were just curious why. It was a kicking team's decision, right? And I guess Malik Davis does play some kind of teams where he go down and try and tackle people. That's just his role here. Deuce Vaughn, a little bitty. Can you imagine Deuce Vaughn, a little bitty ass running down on kickoff or punt team trying to go tackle somebody? Can you imagine? Can you imagine Deuce trying to tackle? I kind of want to see it just for the coach, just see what it's like. But nah, man, Deuce ain't doing none of that. Noah is inactive, but we knew that was going to be the case, right? Something else too, though. We know that the Cowboys in general are getting a little healthier, right? So Wanye Thomas is back, and we know that Nashawn Wright is just floating around. Nashawn Wright is just floating around. You know what I mean? So, what does that mean for the cornerback room moving forward, or what does the room? What is the safety room in terms of Wanye Thomas? What does that mean moving forward? We'll see. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. Junior Fehoko, he's another weekly inactive, is what it is. Eric Scott, another weekly inactive. Trey Lance is emergency quarterback, as you know. Pat NOC Walker also came back with another tweet right after this one. He says Rob Havenstein, the Rams starting right tackle, is ruled inactive and out for this game. Now, y'all should know who Rob Havenstein is, because if you've been keeping up with Micah Parsons at all, the last time I think we ran into him, he got flipped on his head. Like, he literally got picked up and I think was it Micah's rookie year or something like that? Was it his sophomore campaign where Micah just rolled upon Havenstein? I hit him with the and Havenstein got flipped over on his head. Yeah. That's Havenstein. So he's out. So I honestly feel like this whole Rams offensive line got a little bit of find the scrub in them. Dotson and Avia are fine. You know, they're solid, but they can, you know, they can get whooped also. But if you had to find the scrub, whoever's behind Havenstein, I'm willing to bet whoever after Havenstein is going to be they're gonna have a rough little day dealing with double aces there. All right. Guys that are active. Izzy is active. Israel Mukwamu is active, right? So hopefully we'll see something from him. Hopefully he's not just a teams guy that, you know, we're just not gonna see nothing from. Besides that though, that's all the guys that have been rotating in and out of being inactive. But the biggest conversation, or the one of the biggest talking points in Cowboy media this week, is that Rashaan Evans is going to be active. Now he's been taking some reps, and look, just because he's active and he's elevated from practice squad and all that doesn't mean he's just going to go out there and get 50 or so snaps. But what if you go out there and get 50 or so snaps? What if you go out there and get videos? I'm just curious, right? I'm just curious. Just curious. You know what I'm saying, Rashaan? You know, and there's a lot of ooh shake. You know what I mean? A lot of ooh. What's this called when you hear about something you go ooh, chat? What's this called? What's this called? You know what I mean? When you need linebackers that get downhill and you realize that Rashaan Evans is one of the better downhill linebackers that are available, and you watch his tape, he's really good at getting downhill, and you plus that with your fantastic defensive line that keep linebackers clean, and you go, ooh, chat, what's this called when you go, ooh? Giddy? The Turpin does shake like that. Jitters? I don't think I'm looking for jitters. What's another word I'm looking for? I've been doing that in terms of thinking about what Rashaan Evans can bring to the table. Now, I know that there's probably going to be some rotation at linebacker. I know that's the case. I do think the Rams linebackers are going to try to get downhill on you. I think that's a fact. I think they're going to try their best to try to, run right at you, run over you, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's very likely to happen, but I'm just curious. I'm curious, chat. What's it going to look like? Because look, Marquise Bell is already a guy in which he's what, 208, 215 or something like that. He's a guy that's going to get downhill on you quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I wonder, what does it look like when somebody 30 pounds bigger than him,
did you hear what I said,
ends up getting downhill quick, fast, and in a hurry? I got questions, man. Cowboys coming off the bye. Hopefully they're refreshed. Hopefully they're good to go. Hopefully Mike McCarthy looked himself in the mirror. Not just him, Dan Quinn also. Hopefully both them gentlemen looked themselves in the mirror. They saw what happened to the 49ers for the past 2 weeks. Somebody says salivating. Chris Seniceto says I was salivating. No, I think salivating is up here, Paul. I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? After seeing what has happened with the 49ers for the past 2 weeks, two offenses that ain't as good as ours. Voch just keeping it a buck with you. Voch is here to keep it a buck with you, right? Two offenses that are just simply not as good as ours. Roll up on San Francisco and they do things that we simply could not do. I hope Dan Quinn looked himself in the mirror, Honestly, I think the Cowboys have better defenses than the two teams that held the 49ers to less than 42 points. You know what I'm saying? Shivering's easy. That ain't what I'm looking for, right? I just feel like this whole thing has been all about coaching and all about scheme and just all about like trying to figure out what works. I always think Dan Quinn has the ability to figure out what works. But if the offense isn't figuring out what's working, then that means nothing for Dan and the boys, right? Dan can't do what they do if the offense isn't rolling. Clamoring might be it. 88 Classic says, why you worried about the 49ers? Because we play the 49ers. So I think Mike, and we've played the motherfucker, past, present, and future, motherfucker. So I think Mike and Dan have to look themselves in the mirror to think about, you know, when we're running into these teams that we're going to have to deal with. We're running into these top, you know, Lions, 49ers. Who said this? 88 Classic, 49, Lions, 49ers, Eagles, right? We have to think about what other teams do good versus them, and then we take our guys, in which they're some of the best talent in the league, take that and apply it. So when you're on a bye week, that's what you got to do. When you're not game planning versus the Rams directly, because I'm sure that they looked at the Rams, but I'm sure in the bye week they was looking at a ton of other things, right? When you're trying to figure out who you are and assess your team and try to figure out what's best for your team, if anything, I give Mike McCarthy credit for. I give him credit for identifying a problem, and go, damn, dog. Tom Sewell's a good friend of mine. Fired. Me and Mike Nolan been cool for years. Fired. I said Tom Sewell fired. Me and Joe Philbin been working together for decades. Fired. Mike McCarthy will get people up out of here. He'll do it. You know what I mean? So if Mike McCarthy looks himself in the mirror and go, hey man, this scheme ain't working, I don't think Mike McCarthy will fire himself, but I do think at some point we're gonna have to look at Schottenheimer and be like, hey man, what you think, man? Can you put a modern spin on this thing? Because what I'm doing ain't working. And if Mike McCarthy is honest enough to do that, it is what it is. Chat, y'all have any questions? Chat, do y'all have any questions? Anything. Where my team that beat us already? Boy. Antonio Hobson says, but what if he's the problem? Well, Mike McCarthy, we have to grade him as two different coaches. It's kind of like mixtape Weezy and mainstream Weezy. They get two different grades. Mike McCarthy, the head coach, is fantastic. I think Mike McCarthy, the head coach, we don't have no problems out of. None. He's done great things for this team as a whole. Head coach land. Mike McCarthy, the offensive coordinator, stinks.
You hear what I said?
As of now, with the information that we have currently, right? And hell, man, I understand. You know, he's won Super Bowls as a play caller and he's prestigious as a play caller, but man, that was a decade ago. Plus, and football change every 3 years. Football change every 3 years, bro. So, you know. Let's see. Of course it is, Trey. Of course mixtape Weezy is better than mainstream Weezy. Do you honestly believe Mike McCarthy will put the offense in position to succeed? I mean, we'll see. Do I think he will? It's up to him. We'll see. I know the Cowboys offense is ridiculously good in between the 20s. We just got to do that shit consistently. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys offense inside the 20, from 20 to 20, right? Top tier ass offense. You know, I don't need this high flying flashy Dolphins offense. I'll take the efficient move the ball West Coast find an open guy offense. I'll take that, but at least do the shit that works and makes sense, right? CeeDee Lamb should get all the targets. You know what I mean? Get your run game working. Stop giving Michael Gallup 10 targets if it ain't working. Get Cooks involved. Get Jalen Tobin involved. Get Turpin involved. It's all those kind of things, right? You know, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just got to do what works. Will they finally stop running Tony Powell up the gut? Use Rico Dowdle and Hunter Lipke a little more. Easy peasy. Landon said quiver. Nah, quiver's like you cold or something. You know, like you motherfuckers shake they quiver, they cold. That ain't what I'm thinking about. I want to see Tober pronto. Politics though. Will Rico and Hunter get more touches? You know how that go. This game will determine my confidence in Mike McCarthy going forward. Is this game? That's rough, dog. I'd imagine it was I can't say 49ers on this stream because 88, whoever the hell said we can't talk about whatever. But yeah, it was. I mean, that game was how to feel moving forward. Yeah, Francis Ngannou definitely beat Tyson Fury yesterday, but boxing not a real sport. You know how it go. Just because Mike's been bad doesn't mean Kellen Moore ain't worse. No, Kellen Moore did what we thought Kellen Moore would do. They're gonna get yards. They're gonna rank high, but they ain't gonna finish. They ain't gonna beat great defenses. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We ain't gonna see. Appreciate your big mix. Let's see. Gallup a no show today, Voch? Shit, I hope not. I hope Gallup shows up. Sure. I understand. But I just really hope Turpin, Lipke, Tolbert, I hope all those guys get involved. I was about to say Brooks and Vaughn, which sounds like a country band, a country group. Brooks and Vaughn, your rookies, Brooks and Vaughn, they inactive. I was about to say throw the ball to them too, but they inactive or whatever. All right. I love Neon Moon. Boo Scoop Boogie. Are we expecting Bell to get a lot of snaps today? I expect Bell to get a lot of snaps today. Sure. Tyler Biggett survive a full meal. Can get Tyler Biggett a full meal. Hey man, look, Cowboy fan, this some real shit that we got to think about too though. We don't have Connor Williams, and Connor Williams normally beat the hell out of Aaron Donald. Normally, we ain't got Connor Williams now, so we got to find a new Aaron Donald eraser. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just watching film this year, like, you know, they'll dedicate 2-3 people to Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of deal with him. The old days, we'll just put Connor Williams on and we'll be good to go, man. So we got to find a way to deal with Aaron Donald. That's real. Blasco is back. Hopefully they get the run game going. Hopefully. CeeDee Lamb needs help at receiver after him. So listen, I don't think CeeDee Lamb need help at receiver. I just think CeeDee Lamb need help at scheme. And he'll be fine. Just throw the ball to him and we'll be good. Throw the ball to him. We'll be good. Put Malik with Pollard on Pollard runs. I don't know what that means. Brooks and Vaughn and they're saying she broke my tackle, so I broke her 40 yards. All right, let's get like two more that we're going to get up out of here. Two more, we're going to get up out of here. I'm not going to say nothing about no Eagles content creators. The internet don't exist. And Brunson thought Carson Wentz was better than Dak Prescott. I mean, I don't have to fight. I don't have to fight on the internet, dog. Let's see if Dak need mid switch to Malik, if outside to. Boy, can I get some punctuation on that? And just ask it differently. I'll answer it for you. No, he needs help, Voch. He needs help, Voch. They are bracketing him, and other receivers are not getting open, which goes back to scheme. Brandon Cooks can get you open. Brandon Cooks run faster than everybody on the field. He'll get you open. The handful of times Turpin got in the ball, Turpin be open. Turpin is a yak machine. Get the ball to him. We just simply don't get the ball to these people. Rico Dowdle catches the football. He's been screen guy so far. We just ain't throw it to him. We just not throwing to him. Matt Stafford led the league in turnovers not too long ago. 2 years ago? Yeah. The Super Bowl year. Matt led the league in what's his name? Do you think Hunter needs more touches? Red zone goal line, I'm sure. One more. Dak need to use his legs in the red zone. Facts. And look, this is something that we've been calling for a long time, right? Dak ain't got to be lowering the shoulder to try to run people over. He ain't got to stiff arm nobody, but Dak can definitely run around and slide. This is easy peasy, you know what I mean? Russell Wilson made a whole career of running and sliding and not getting hurt. So why can't Dak? Even if it's only a 4-yard scamper, a 5-yard scamper, if it's there, just take it, run and slide. Because it ain't even about the running that'll end up defeating these guys. It's about the idea that Dak can run. It's the idea that Dak running can hurt us. And then Dak will proceed to hurt you in the air. It's all like, give me a war call for punctuation. Shit, we ain't doing nothing. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please hit all the buttons. Subscribe. So I've been seeing lately YouTube when people say subscribe, the damn button light up. Is that something that that I gotta do like in post, or is that like the AI hearing me say subscribe and that shit light up? What? Chat. What? Subscribe. On Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. Also check me out on The Volume Monday through Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central. We watch film throughout the week on the Voch Lombardi side. We watch film. We have a live show. So please come check it out. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi, where we watch the film after the game. So come over there, get your little educations, and shouts out to Bleacher Report for having me. We do a weekly pick'em show on Wednesdays, and I will be doing pre and post game shows on all these platforms. Download the Bleacher Report app, and if you got some old people that like sports but they don't know how to work these brand new technological phones, then download the app for them and hit the Cowboy button, hit the NFL button, and type in Voch Lombardi and follow them for them. All right, y'all hold down for the Doski Woski, the Peasky Weesky. We're going to peep this game, and I'll be back for the post. Y'all holla now. Gone.